School is out when, by the way?
Next Friday.
Next Friday. So you still get a week of kids in class. All right, let's run through a couple of things real quickly. We're learning about what does work and what doesn't work. You talked about the pandemic earlier. Does remote learning still have a role, or is that ship sailed?
I think we've learned enough from remote learning that there's nothing that replaces the face-to-face of a teacher and a student in a classroom with other students.
So snow days being replaced by remote learning is that we're never going to. No.
I would not entertain that. Could we provide things for families to do with students? Yes.
Yeah.
But not have it count as an actual school day.
All right. Well, I think a lot of kids would be happy to hear that. BPS did face some teacher shortages at the beginning of the year, like a lot of school districts. Is this still an issue, or do you think you have enough?
I think we're moving in the right direction on this. I think this is a national crisis, and we really need to call people into the profession. To do that, I think we have to look at how we treat teachers. You know, I think we learned a lot from the pandemic, and families saw firsthand what teachers mean to their students, how hard the job is. And so for us, it's really not just hiring the teacher, it's really retaining the teacher, developing the teacher, cultivating and honoring the teacher. And I feel very happy. Jessica Tang, who is the head of the BTU, she is.
Yeah, what's been your experience working with the Boston Teachers Union?
Excellent. It was when I was here to start, and it is now. I think we have an incredibly talented, dedicated core of teachers and paraprofessionals.
How do you increase diversity as well? I mean, that's an additional layer you have to try to bring in when you're dealing with such shortages.
So I'm glad you brought this up, because this is actually a focus for us right now, is to make sure that our teacher core really represents our students' experiences, races, cultures, language. It's imperative. We do a lot of partnerships right now with the local colleges around pipeline. We do a lot of recruiting fairs specifically for bringing in educators of color. But I think with our educators of color, it's also incredibly important that we support our educators of color when they're here. We don't want our educators of color to leave.
Right.
We're also doing quite a bit around, the state has provided relief when it comes to things like waivers and emergency licensing. We're taking advantage of all of that, as well as looking internally of how do we develop the ability to help our educators pass those
And I just
tests.
want to touch on one last thing. You said things were getting better. Are you still down hundreds of teachers?
So right now we're well ahead of last year for our hiring season.
So hundreds? Fair?
Well, right now we would be looking at this point at hundreds of teachers, but that's normal for this time of year.
Before you step out, it's a couple lightning round questions.
Yes.
What was your favorite, when you were a student, what was your favorite subject?
My favorite subject was math.
Favorite cafeteria item?
My favorite cafeteria item was yodels.
Yodels?
They were on the cafeteria.
I want to go to school with you.
And my mother she was the lunch lady, and
yeah.
she provided all the sweets.
Spelling bees, tradition or torture?
I think tradition. I think our students are very proud when they're in any kind of competition.
School buses, should the bus fleet be electric or stay gas?
Oh, electric. We're moving toward electric.
What's better? What's more fun? First day of school or last day?
Oh, that's tough. That's a tie. I love both.
It's a tie.
It's a tie because the first day is it's new and everything's possible, and the last day you really reflect on everything you've accomplished.
Mary Skipper, thanks for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.